ba-da-ba-da. You put your monster face in, you put your monster face out, you put your monster face in, and you shake it all about. You do the scary monster and turn yourself about. That's what it's all about. Scary Monster! Hey everyone, how is it going? We are doing another Monster Monday design. This is another design from last year's calendar. I called it a sea monster when I originally did it. So there was the original photo, and that was the original design sketch for today's design. With the big sharp teeth. So I find it fun to make up monster characters to do because there are really no rules on what the monster should look like. I can make it any way I want. And although I like doing scary monsters, monsters don't have to be scary. They can be quirky, cute, or even silly. Think of the Muppets, the monsters on Sesame Street and the Muppet Show. Think of Monsters Incorporated. Those monsters are silly more than they are scary. And when I sketch out a new monster design, sometimes I'm just thinking of a specific color. Sometimes I have a rough shape or look in design, or it's like I want to give it a lot of teeth, so that's where I start the design on the teeth. But it's all about being creative and just sort of going with the design of where it goes on its own. There are no right or wrong ways to make a monster be a monster. Yeah, if it is trying to be a specific character monster, maybe it doesn't look as authentic to the character, but most of my monsters are generic in nature, so that they can turn out however they want to turn out. So yeah, so one of the first questions if a kid wants a monster design is, what does a monster look like? How does it look? This one, as I said, my initial concept was a sea monster, so I wanted to have like gills on the side. And being a monster, I wanted to have big, sharp teeth. What color is your monster? Well, this one is yellow and blue. And I chose yellow and blue because of the light and dark. The yellow is a very bright color. It provides a lot of light. The blue is a dark color. It provides good contrast against the yellow. And it does make it look a little bit of an alien. So what is the monster covered with? Does it have fur, feathers, scales, or skin? This monster obviously has skin or scales. Being a sea monster, I think skin or scales would be appropriate for a sea monster. Probably in the fish or reptile family. What about like its ears, the different features of the monster? Are they floppy ears like an elephant's got big floppy ears? Does it got pointy ears? Like I went with the pointy ears, more elf or alien ears. How big is the monster? Well, I'm actually 6 foot tall, but yeah, we're creating a monster to play around with, so we'll call this, say the monster is 4 feet tall, a little on the short and stubby side. Where does this monster live? Well, it is a sea monster, but maybe it lives on the land or the shore, somewhere swampy, a little marshy. So fortunately, these monsters don't live under your bed or in your closet. That's like if you're designing a monster, you should have a name. So what is a monster? Well, the type of monster is a sea monster, but what would his name be? Well, I thought it would be fun to come up with the name of Muckaboo Bumgo. Yes, Muckaboo Bumgo. Yeah, what a crazy name. And if you're a monster, that's a cool name. Monsters don't need to be named Bob and George and Henry. They can have any kind of name. And now, how old is this monster? Well, we said he was 4 feet tall, so maybe he's not an adult. So let's say this monster is 8 years old. So he's just a little baby monster, still growing up. What does this monster like to do? Well, well, I think this monster likes to watch TV, and he especially likes watching cooking shows. He wants to eat all those human foods, and he's especially interested in pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. What kind of monster wouldn't love to have some pizza? Yeah, if we're making a monster that's not too scary, should have things that kids would like. And what does this monster? What is he afraid of? What does he think is scary? Well, this monster thinks that dogs are scary because they are very loud when they bark. Yes, dogs have woof, 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 woof. That can be loud and scary to a sea monster. They're not used to these loud noises where they come from. So yeah, it's a great thing about like being creative and designing your own character, your own creature, that you could make it however you want. And yeah, I made a 4 foot tall 8-year-old monster named Muckboo Bumgo. Yeah, I can't even get its name straight. Muckboo Bumgo. What a cool monster name. I should write a story about Muckboo Bumgo and how he is afraid of dogs and likes watching Food Network on TV. Give him some sharp teeth. Because what kind of sea monster wouldn't have sharp teeth? There's a lot of sharks and things in the sea that they need to defend themselves. So there is our mouth for Muckboo Bumgo. Yes, I should practice that name a few more times before I try to tell people what his name is. Muckboo Bumgo. So yeah, this is one of my favorite monster designs from last year. We've got a few more designs in mind before we move on to Christmas. So until next time, see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Thanks for watching.